welcome back to my channel. I am Rosalind Yukich. If you've never been here before, I just want to say welcome to my channel. Here on my channel, I talk about everything homeschooling, keto, and Bible journaling. And today we are talking about keto, and in particular, we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting and fasting in general. So for those of you who don't know, I've been doing keto for the past about 4-ish years, off and on. And back in late October, my parents were here visiting from the States. And so I took a little break from keto. I've been having a little bit of a difficult time getting back on, which is, not very unusual for me. And so about the time I was starting to get back on keto and get on track, I got sick and ended up on an antibiotic. And so it's been really, really difficult since then, because with being on the antibiotic, I had an adrenal flare-up, and so it's just been really, really difficult. But so I usually do my check-ins on Friday. I have just been incredibly busy. It's just that season. It's just, Christmas season. And so I've just, my schedule is quite a bit different than it usually is. And so, here is my check-in. It is Monday. So hopefully by this Friday, I will be back onto my check-in. So my goal was last week to get back into ketosis, which I have accomplished. Not sure how, because I was keto-ish, but I wasn't really enough keto that I thought I would actually be back in ketosis, but I am. I actually measured my ketones this morning and I'm back in ketosis, which is wonderful. I was going to try to do, I was going to do a 48-hour fast over the weekend, but my husband's schedule was quite a bit different than I thought it was going to be. And so we did a bunch of family stuff over the weekend, and so that didn't happen. I am actually getting ready to do over probably the next few days, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a 48-hour fast, and then I'm going to do another one over the weekend and kind of get myself back on track with that. So a couple of things that I just want to talk about. That's kind of, and the other thing that I wanted to say was that I actually weighed in this morning. I was really nervous to weigh in. Actually, I was just dreading weighing in this morning because, I have just not been consistent over the past month. Well, I haven't been really strongly keto for the past month. And so I was just like, oh, great. But I had only gained 4 pounds, y'all, and that's water weight. And so that's going to come off really super easily. And then I'm going to be back to going back down again. My goal is to be at my goal weight before I hit 50. And I believe that I can do that. So here's the thing. With the fasting, one of the things that I saw was that I was losing weight, but I really wasn't losing weight like I thought that I should. And even being keto, once you get out of that, once you lose that water weight, losing the fat is not easy. And it really wasn't working so well for me with the fasting, and I just wasn't sure what was going on. But yesterday I watched a video by Dr. Jason Fung, and I'm going to leave a link to that video below. But in this video, he talked about the fact that one of the big mistakes that people make with fasting, and both extended fasting and intermittent fasting, is that, well, not so much with the extended fasting. I think he's talking more about intermittent fasting. But so say, for example, you do like a, 18-6, or you do 24, or you do, 1 meal a day. You're skipping a meal. And so then what you try to do is you try to get in all of your daily calories in on those meals, or that one meal that you're eating. And, he says that's a mistake, because it's about keeping your insulin as low as possible, and about calorie deficit. You have to have the both. It's like the two things that have to go together, the low insulin and the calorie deficit. And so if you have the low insulin, but you still don't have a calorie deficit, you're still not going to lose weight like you need to, because you're giving your body through food all of the energy that it needs. And so it's not using its own energy sources or its own energy stores, of which I have an abundance, to keep that energy going. And so That is the one thing that's a big change that I'm going to be making now, because when I am not extended fasting, I am still intermittent fasting. I'm still either doing 1 meal a day or I'm doing between 18, 6, and 24. So, you know, in my eating window, I am going to be tracking again on MyFitnessPal, because I want to be tracking those calories, making sure that I'm still at a calorie deficit so that my body is using its own energy stores, you know, for a source of energy, because that's really what the goal is, right? I mean, if you are doing keto and fasting for weight loss, that's really what your goal is, you know, and of course in doing so, you know, you're getting so many amazing benefits. So that is one big change that I'm making. It was a big aha moment for me. I don't know why it didn't occur to me, because it just makes total sense. So I used to be one of these people that says calories don't matter at all, period, end of story. Really, calories do matter. It's just that it's not the only thing that matters. You know, for calories to matter, you have to have other things that are going on. And so you have to just make sure that you're keeping that insulin low so that, you know, it's not working against you. So that is the big change that I'm going to be making, you know, with my fasting. I am back on track. I'm feeling really good. I've done, you know, some extended fasting over the past few days, and I'm feeling really good actually now. I feel like I'm starting to kind of come out of that crash and starting to make some upward, you know, I'm making an upward climb towards feeling better again, which is really, really good. It feels good to feel better again. So that is it for my check-in for today. If you learned something new in this video today, like I did yesterday, just let me know in the comment section below. We are gearing up to start school. It's what all the noise is going on behind me, so I've got to get going. So be sure to like this video, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. I do upload a few times a week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.